Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, and let me introduce myself. My name is Dharmawan, and I'm active master student in State University of Jakarta. And today, I would like to share about the topic, and the topic is Industry 4.0 in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, a systematic literature review. But before we continue the presentation, I would like to thank for Mr. Agung as my lecturer to delivering the information or knowledge about supply chain management in management operational. Let's move. The Industry 4.0 is a concept that focuses on automation of system and process, digitalization, and data exchange in industries. Using this concept can lead to improve in manufacturing, supply chains, and logistics. So what is the goal? The goal is to achieve a smart factory to reduce lead time to respond to the customer demand or to unforeseen event and improve the productivity in the system. The adoption of the Industry 4.0 in supply chain management is a new and critical subject with a need for more research. A few studies have started reviewing the existing work on Industry 4.0. However, they do not focus on its role in supply chain management. So, having modern and agile supply chains is currently the goal of every company because a modern supply chain is fast, automatic in the process, like accept orders, preparing orders, and distribute to customer, more flexible and transparent. But moreover, modern supply chains can work in dynamic system with higher volume of the data. Tokopedia. Big data makes it possible to analyze the data at more advanced level than the traditional tools allow. By collecting and evaluating big data from the customer, Tokopedia can provide the customer with information on potential interference of their respective supply chains. It is possible to protect and also to improve the efficiency of the supply chains and no operation interruption in the system. So easy to sell and buy and many options to deliver your things. It is promising to permanently achieve customer satisfaction. Supply chain management Industry 4.0 concept, yes, it focuses automation, digitalization, and then working in companies. It helps a company develop a flexible supply chain system when they are faced with dynamic system, especially in enabling integration among all of elements of the supply chains, including supplier, manufacturer, and the customer. So, communication technology. The comprehensive introduction of information and communication technology or ICT as well as their connection to on Internet of Things, service and data which enable a real-time production. So project manager is the key. Why? Project managers are the key leader of the project with a significant strategic importance for the future of the companies. Companies require to have well-informed managers about the Industry 4.0 to apply it in their company. And the second one is they are really interested in digitalization. So role Industry 4.0 in the supply chains, we know the names Internet. Everyone is know about Internet, sharing economic, education, e-government, cloud collaborative, marketplace, smart manufacturing and smart city. Let's for instance marketplace like Tokopedia, Shopee, and something like that creates a digital process to facilitate interaction among all parts of the company, from buyer, from sellers, and how they are deliver the product and something like that. Is they do the integration of data. They do everything is make it simple and make it modern. So the supply chain management in Industry 4.0 is talking about the Internet. It's going about the integration of data. There are only four Industry 4.0 is expected to have a significant impact on supply chains, business models, and process in order to achieve on modern supply chains. Now, by implementing Industry 4.0 in current system or supply chain system, any four elements. First is about integration. The second one is operation. purchasing, and distribution. And all of this is affected and can increase the productivity of a company as well. And Industry 4.0 can help who? Can help the companies afford complicated and dynamic process in their supply chains. So it's really easy to handle large-scale production, or it's helping to handle large-scale production. And there's any positive relationship about the current sales and the operational planning. And the most important thing is about helping in the logistic process. So how SCM can be implemented in Industry 4.0 based on literature study. First is innovation in logistics with Towski 2011. Researchers believe innovation in logistics. Researchers believe that this represents an end to the traditional supply chains. That is represent an end to the traditional supply chains, and that they should use the main element of Industry 4.0 such as cyber physical system, IoT, iOS, smart technology, and big data in the development of logistics. Another one, Prime and Kim, use a model involving multi-agent system to achieve a logistic modeling approach based on an Industry 4.0. In a similar paper, a framework was built for a digital supply chains integration in multi-stakeholder environment based on the blockchains and an Industry 4.0 principle. And the last, Ignacio, the application of supply chain model based on Industry 4.0 was shown in a paper by Ignacio, validated their model in a mobile application. So, logistic and multi-agent system, and the last one is mobile application. And there's so many other researches about how to implement the supply chain management in Industry 4.0. The study found the number of exploratory paper is more than the number of confirmatory level paper at the technical level. This means that the research is in the early stage, and investigators are still exploring the subject more than confirming that their hypotheses are correct. The answer raised the question of how supply chains is implemented in Industry 4.0. The author claimed that most of articles have more focus on conceptual Industry 4.0 in the supply chains than technical Industry 4 in the supply chains. Therefore, more papers are needed to explain more about the technical part of Industry 4.0 in the supply chains. In this paper, the author conducted and reported a systematic literature review to highlight the trend, advances, and gaps in the research on the application of Industry 4.0 in supply chains management. The finding from the literature review of this study how that Industry 4.0 seen as a concept that has really important role in modern supply chains. By applying this concept, human interaction will be minimized and the productivity would be increased in the companies. This will provide both research and management with an insightful description of the current state of research in Industry 4.0 supply chains and related future trend in research and practice. Moreover, through the analysis performance, the results show supply chains, logistics, and manufacturing is affected areas through Industry 4.0. And there is adding three dimensions. First is exploratory versus confirmatory, qualitative versus quantitative, and a management level versus process technology level. This three dimension is a new research. You can develop this. So there are so many ways to develop about the supply chain management in Industry 4.0. This field can be baseline for engineering manager to start Industry 4.0 implementation and for researchers to develop their research in this area. This can be the important topic for the future research and need further investigation. However, the limited number of professionals with expertise in Industry 4.0 is a factor that limits advanced research and discussion about this subject. So, thank you very much for having